Hey guys, welcome back to In-Case Mystery Box. You've opened the mystery box with these non-so-meaty hands, and you've peered inside. And what did you find? A secondary cooking video. That is right, we're going to continue on with recipes this week. And so tonight's dinner is going to consist of something a little fun, and we are going to use the rest of our beef that we started to use when we made the peanut butter burgers last time. So this time, what are we going to make? It's a lovely recipe from me homeland. It is called taco fries, and it's literally exactly what it sounds. It's not those nacho cheese fries that you get at Taco Bell. These are actually taco fries. It's literally just crinkle cut fries that are topped with taco meat. So I'm going to show you how to do it real quick, so that way if you've never cooked tacos in your life, or you've never cooked taco fries in your life, here's what you gotta do. So first you need to take, and I'm going to move my camera now because you need to see what's below. Not what's above, but below. So we have our meat, as you can see. It's been defrosted out of the freezer for about a good 2 minutes. It's still cold, it's still hard, so I'm going to let it cook in the stock pot here and warm that up. So you want to first off cook off your beef. What you're going to need for this recipe is 2 pounds of meat. So this is roughly 2 pounds because we only took so much out of it. And then you're going to want 2 of these season packets. That will cover 2 pounds. If you want to make more meat, I believe it's 1 packet each pound. So if you want to like make 4 packages or like a big amount of meat, then you're going to need more packages, obviously. But today we're just doing the 2. So I'm going to throw my meat in, and I'm going to move my part up here just a little bit. There we go, very nice. You're not going to see my mouth parts today. Alright, so we're just going to slide this in and let it cook. There we go. So then we're going to let this cook till it gets golden brown, or to about a good bronzy brown. And I'm going to wash my hands now. Wash them first, then dry them off. I realized when I was editing the last video, I really sucked at keeping myself clean. And I feel like this stove is still a little dirty from the last episode, so we're going to just turn this up just a little bit. So I'm going to let this cook and brown a little bit and get it nice and going, and then once it starts getting brown, I'm going to chop it up. I would hold the phone over as I'm doing it, but I got you stapled into my sink today, so don't get wet. So I'm going to let the meat break up a little bit, and I'll kind of show you what it'll look like when I'm done. And then you add the seasoning mix with, I think, 3/4 cups of water each packet. So it'll be double that. So once we do that, then it'll kind of sizzle and mix a little bit. And then once that gets going, then we'll cook our fries in the air fryer today, because, you know, that's light and simple. And I think I actually have to wash the cooker out. So that's what we'll do while this is cooking. Sure enough, I needed to clean this out. After I made the potato wedges the other day, I completely forgot to wash this out, which is good because it's only been like a day or so, so nothing too scary Larry, but it's still like, oh my god, I can't believe I let that happen. What is this? Just some sudden video of me washing dishes? Do people like that? So I like this recipe for many reasons. One of the reasons being it's very simple. And I'm going to move my camera up while I talk to you. Ooh, and I got you all wet too. Okay. So the recipe is simple. If you could cook fries and if you can manage to cook taco meat, this is a very simple thing, and then you just throw it together at the end. It's very simple, very quick. It's 7:10 now, and I'm expected to be at work for dinner at like 10, because I go to work and have dinner with my husband. We both work in the same place, so why not? I'm allowed there, he's allowed there. Normally by the time I get in there, it's just him and me anyway, so normally we have a good night, we have a nice dinner every night together, no matter what. So, I told him I would meet him there at 8, and it's 7:11 now. It took me a whole minute to explain that. And so this recipe will probably be done by right at 8. So that'll be perfect. So that'll be nice and hot. Now I need to figure out where my spatula went. Did you take my spatula? It seems like everything I want today is still dirty and has to be washed. Okay. Completely clean. So, now that the burger, or the hamburger's been cooking a little bit, I'm going to start breaking it apart in pieces and then flipping it around, because you don't want it to burn right off the bat, like we did with the peanut butter. We burned peanut butter last time. Still pretty frozen in the middle. Where is my wooden spoon? We'll actually need a wooden spoon today. Where did my spoon go? And there you go. Yes. Wooden. Easier to break up the meat with. So the meat's still kind of frozen in the middle, so it'll take a little longer for parts of it to cook, which is alright. So some parts will be more cooked than others. No problem with that. And then as it cooks down, or gets more cooked, you want to keep dividing the pieces until it's like, barely little, like taco meat, basically. And then once we add the other stuff to it, it'll break up even more with the water and the season mix and stuff like that. So let's give that a good toss up. I usually wait a good 3 or 4 minutes before adding the seasoning mix. That way I know for sure the hamburger has been decently cooked, because then it only takes a couple minutes to let it simmer and get the juices and stuff like that. And then, if you're like me, I'm going to be putting the whole recipe into a glass lasagna type carrier, because then not only is it perfect to carry the whole mixture in, but it also captures all the juices. It doesn't seep out or anything. Like within transfer, it'll lose its juices or whatever. No, it'll kind of pool, all the juices will pool up at the bottom of the fry, so it's like the entire fry is going to soak in this taco mixture. Did that make sense? Did any of that make sense just now? I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I'm rambling. I must be on something today. Alright, so I'm done poking that now. And we're going to start the fries. So, realistically, you can use any type of fry you prefer. If you like Southwestern fries with that little kick, sure, go for it. If you like shoestring fries, sure, go for it. Personally, for this recipe, I go with the crinkle cut fries from O'Reilly, or as Aldoreo is probably what it reads because it's backwards. But the creases in the crinkle cut type fries, they get the juices a little bit better, and it soaks in a little bit better, and then the cheese can get in there too once you add the cheese and stuff. Which, do I even have cheese? I may have forgotten cheese. Well, shit biscuits. I totally didn't plan. I went and got the stuff for everything today, and I managed to forget the cheese, but I have Parmesan cheese in the fridge, so I have cheese, just not the cheese. The cheese is like your taco mix, shredded cheese that you get at Walmart. I today do not have that, so we're going to go a little Italian and do a little Parmesan. Any cheese works with this. It gives it a good taste and different flavors. So I've never done it with Parmesan before, so that'll be new for me, but I figure it doesn't matter. So, air fryer these. That's what I was doing. We're going to air fry these. I'm going to throw them in, and the temperatures that, like, if you have an air fryer like me, I believe the power air fryer, which is what I got, the degrees is 400, and then you leave these in for like 15 minutes or the setting of timer of 15, and then they cook and they're glorious. And if you do not have a lip that got hit by a bag, if you do not have an air fryer like me, then you will want to program your oven to 400, and then do it for 10, 11, 12 minutes. Maybe 15 in the oven too. I don't have the oven instructions in front of me because that's not what I'm doing today. I'm doing the air fryer. Oh, so secretly. Alright, so I threw those in the air fryer for a good 17 minutes on 400, so that way they can get nice and crispy. And I threw the entire bag in, so if you honestly don't have an air fryer yet, go get yourself one because it's a staple in life now. So yeah, the meat is browning up pretty good in here and getting all sectioned off, as you can probably not see. See? Okay, good. So I'm just kind of breaking it up even more and letting it cook some more. Once, like I said, give it like 2 or 3 minutes between breaks. Like you saw me put down things and kind of walk away and stuff like that, just to let it cook with the bigger chunks. And then as it cooks down, you'll be able to break it up even more. And then between each break, just like do a minute where you just let it sit and simmer. But I think after this section of breakings, I'm going to add the mixture because it looks like it's pretty much ready as I'm throwing pieces of meat on the floor. That was an accident. All right. Measuring cup, measuring cup, measuring cup. Where is the measuring glass for which I need to use? I have the measuring cup, measuring cup, measuring cup, measuring cup, which I wish I want to use. I'm tired and very delirious. After food, I'm probably going to sleep and then go to work. So, per package, you need to add 3/4 water into the pot here, and I'll move the camera down once again. And once again, I hit the power button, so now there will be 2 files that I have to edit instead of just one simple file. Make life harder on myself. So, you need 3/4 water for these packages, and so it's 3/4 each is what I'm doing. So, yes, and 3/4. 2/4, so right a little bit under a half. So just a little bit under a half, as you can see here. And then you're going to want to add it the same time you add your mix. So this is one of those times where you need more than one hand. And I'm turning down the heat to low now. We initially started on high, but now we're starting on low. Oh, smells like New Mexico. Alright, let's go. So there's that. And that kind of did not have any type of effect on me whatsoever. I think I need a little bit more water than that. May have misjudged that one. And then we will do another package real quick. And you do kind of want just enough liquid to make everything wet and able to mix around. So if by some chance you mismeasure like I just did, you can keep adding water until it looks perfectly easily mixed. I remember one time I was making this recipe, and I kid you not, I goofed, and I was like in between tired and just not paying attention, and the recipe calls for 3/4 a package, and I read, like my eyes registered 3 1/4 cups, so I like made it super soupy and ended up having to drain a lot of the water. Now, my mother, when she makes taco meat, she will sometimes drain the meat of its grease before adding the mix or anything like that. I do not. I leave the grease in there. I think it adds flavor. It's great. So now we have a bit of a soupy mixture, and it's kind of orange because of the coloring of the mixes. So as it cooks down, we're going to put it back on the medium heat, and we'll let the meat cook down into it and kind of make it look yummy-licious. And I'll see if I can't angle the camera a little bit better so you can't try and see this, as I spilled so much shit on the floor. Like, I kid you not, there's like shit all over the floor now. It's here. So that is what your stuff should look like as it's cooking, you know, a soupy orange. And then as it cooks, the meat will absorb the water a little bit, and it'll be fine. And if by some chance it doesn't lose the water, it'll be perfect for flavor, trust me. So I'm going to let this sit here and cook and get it finished, and let the fries finish and all that, and then I will come back and show you how to properly dish this item for your dinner party, dinner date, whatever it is you're doing. I'm going to show you how to put it into a lovely pan so you look a little bit formal and nice. So be back soon. So I'll probably leave this cooking for a good, probably until the fries are done, which right now they're at 11 minutes to go. So, and then I'll probably keep it going. I'm going to leave it on high heat and then just occasionally stir it, and I'll be back shortly. That moment when you have to drastically reorganize your drawer to get the dish out that you want. What is life? Anyway, so the meat is done cooking. It's pretty much done. A very happy mixture here, and I'll try to move it without hitting the power button. So you got your soupy, gelatinous, gelatin-like mixture. And so, as I said it before, this type of dish, as I'm shaking everywhere. So sorry, so sorry. Okay, stop shaking. Stop shaking. So, this type of dish is what I'm going to put it in. The fries are done cooking at first. They're golden brown. Some of them are brown. Very crispy. And you just organize it out into a nice, somewhat nice layer of French fries. Yes. Alright. Put this away. As I'll add a good splash of salt for the fries, just to give them a nice cooked texture. Next is the part that's important to be very careful. This is a hot step. If you think you're going to burn yourself, wear mittens. I'm going to be fine. So we're just going to pour it out over and let it do what it needs to be done. I feel like the camera's not low enough to show the full-on roly-toly mixture. Let's roll it on like a pastry. Yes, yes. Just once it starts pouring, just pour it out over the middle, and then go back as it overlaps, because you do not want to go off the dish. You do not want to waste a single drop of meat. And then, of course, just take your spoon and kind of mash it around. The meat is very soft and tender and lovable. So try to get every corner of your plate covered. If for some reason one side gets, like right now, this corner here is more filled than more, it doesn't really matter, because as you scoop it, it's going to slosh around. So you're done with this. You're done with your spoon for today. Into the dish it goes. Choice, I'm using what cheese I have available, which is the Parmesan cheese that I bought the other day. So we're just going to lightly sprinkle the Parmesan on today. Normally, when I'm more prepared, I would actually have gotten a taco seasoned mix cheese. It's a shredded cheese. It's like a great value. Makes it at Walmart and stuff like that. And I would have used that, and then maybe some Parmesan too. But today we're just gonna douse it in Parmesan, because I'm stupid and forgot to buy cheese. But Parmesan is always good, so cannot deny. And there you go. Your food is completed for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not gonna taste it in front of you guys, because, well, I guess I can test one fry. Here, we'll do this one on the edge, so don't touch anything. It's had some meat juices on it. Perfect. favorite. Oh god, it tastes so good. The meat juices have gotten perfect in the crevices, and everything's at the right temperature of hot. So you don't need too many spices or anything because it's already temperature hot. And yeah. And now my lid won't go on for whatever reason. Yes, go on. There we go. Suction it down. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit subscribe down below. Join the Mystery Box ever-growing family of 21 at the moment. 21 subscribers. Hello to all of you. Thank you for watching my videos. And if you like this video, please give it a huge like, because then that shows me what type of videos you guys want to see. If I get more than 2 likes off of a video, I tend to repeat off of that. So that is why some of my gaming videos are kind of just not being continued at the moment, because I feel like either nobody's seen them or nobody cares. So either way, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time when we open a mystery box. Bye!